what's the worst kind of feedback? You know, and perhaps some of you that are watching this video, you have been employed before, you had leaders and managers manage you before, and you might have gotten this line before. And I think this is the worst kind of feedback to give someone. You have bad attitude. And when you tell someone they have a poor attitude, they actually don't know what to do with that. They have no idea. What do you mean? That sounds a bit general, sounds like you don't like me, and all kinds of repercussions and negative impact come from that sort of, and I hear that a lot. I hear a lot of business owners and leaders, they talk about, oh my gosh, you know, I've just recently hired this person and she has a bad attitude. Gosh, if you were to give that exact same feedback to her, she'd have no idea what to do. FYI, they'll be like, okay, my boss doesn't like me. That's it. So I'm just going to give you some 5 must-dos that are important when giving awesome feedback, okay? So here it goes. Number 1, great feedback. Number 1, it is done in a private space. Never give feedback in a public space where there are tons of people looking, or at least even another person looking. Do it in a private space, just you and that person, so that there is no need for any kind of ego, where you can remove that part of the defensiveness. Sometimes when you're giving feedback in a public place, people feel the need to react there and then, but you remove that by having it in a very private space. Hey, is it okay if I have a chat with you about something that happened recently? All right, so that's rule number 1 in giving great feedback. Number 2, never give feedback emotionally. When you're giving feedback emotionally, sometimes we are under a great deal of frustration, something that our employees did, and the clients are blowing their tops at us and they're asking for their money back, and we're stressed about financials, blah, blah, blah. You know, but whatever it is, I always come down to this. If you're emotional, you're stressed out, you're pissed off, or you're disappointed, whatever that you're feeling, give yourself at least 2 or 3 days, or even a weekend. Reach the weekend and then go do stuff that makes you really, really happy, and then you get down to, it's Monday again, and I know I gotta have that chat with Sarah, and it doesn't become so bad. It doesn't become so serious where you're still boiling, and having to have that conversation with someone about how to improve can be really detrimental. So be very careful with your emotional state of mind at that time, yeah? Number 3, and this is a very, very good one. I know a lot of leaders don't really do this. Number 3, always, when you're giving feedback, always refer to a specific situation that happened, yeah? Give a specific situation. So now this really happened, Danny, this happened when you were handling that event because we went over budget by 10%. Now we went over budget because of this cost, of that cost. But Danny, that's not exactly right. Because of that over budget, we couldn't spend in other places, and that knocked off some of the profitability from the exact event. So you're giving Danny, or this particular employee, a very specific event. So here you can go, he refers to that event, but he knows that anytime he's in that similar situation, he's not going to repeat it again, or any other situation similar to that, yeah? So that's really, really important here. Give a very specific event. Number 4, and I like this very much. Most of the time we are always focusing on the areas for improvement. What you could also do is, tip number 4, always start by saying something good. Always start by giving a short bit of praise. And Danny, I know you pulled off that event. That event was fantastic. You know, I've always known you to be someone that is really, really good in managing people, and your coordination and your planning is amazing. The event was phenomenal. A lot of people enjoyed that. However, I just need to bring up a point where we kind of went over budget, and this kind of costed us 10% of the profitability that we usually make at our events. That is starting with a bit of praise, yes? And number 5, always, when you're giving some feedback, always include some possible ways to improve, some possible solutions, some possible guidance, resources that this person could reach into and improve. Well, Danny, there was a bit of an over budget, but may I suggest this? May I suggest that if numbers or financials are not your strong point, what you may consider is to have somebody else in your committee that you could go through the numbers daily, and that could help you to stay on track with the budget. That may help, or you may have some other suggestions. I'm ready to hear them from you. That could be a very, very good one, but also offer some solutions and assistance to the person that you're giving feedback to.